Good evening and welcome to Real Talk, where every Sunday night we offer insight, education, and resources to in-home caregivers and those affected in their world. These are the children, the parents, the extended family, and everyone who loves them. And our goal is to offer real-life topics and learning through discussing real issues and offering real solutions. But on occasion, we also get to use Real Talk to make some fun announcements and share some really awesome news. And so tonight, I'm really excited to welcome back our guest, Sue Downey, who is the organizer of Nannypalooza. And for most of you, Sue doesn't need much of an introduction. And tonight, we've got something so amazing to share with all of you that I'm not even going to bother with it. If you want to know who Sue is and you don't already know, you can read it in the bio. Because tonight, I want to talk about something that I know a lot of you are going to be really excited about, and a lot of you are probably going to be a little bit emotional about. But Sue and I are thrilled to death to get to share this with you. So we're going to talk about what you can expect from Sue and from Nannypalooza this year. So Sue, welcome.
Thanks for having me, and I'm so excited to talk to everybody about this after this past year. It feels very exciting to talk about what's coming up.
It does. It really, really does. So I just want to jump right into it. But there's going to be people in our audience who've heard of Nannypalooza, or maybe they haven't heard of it, and this is the first time they've heard of it, or they're wondering, what is this? What is Nannypalooza? So share with us, what is Nannypalooza?
It's kind of a crazy name, I know. But what it is it's a nanny conference. So a conference where you can go, you take workshops, you do some networking with other nannies, and grow as a professional. The thing is, though, that as nannies, we know that play is the best way to learn. And so the whole idea behind Nannypalooza is that it's informal, it's playful, it's fun, but it's serious about the content that we offer. So it's usually over a weekend. It's always over a weekend. It's usually just Saturday and Sunday. This year, we're expanding into Friday a little, which we'll talk about. And people come from all over the United States. We also have visitors some years, not this year, probably because of the travel restrictions, but we've had attendees from the UK and Australia, and the Swiss nannies have come a couple of times. So it's really fun and powerful to be in a room with so many people who understand exactly what your life is like. They understand your job. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to apologize or defend it. They get it. They know how hard you work. They know how much you care about the families that you take care of. And they know the struggles that you face, as well as all of the joys that you get when you're a nanny. So that's kind of what Nannypalooza is, in a nutshell.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is one of those things where I feel like you just get in a room full of people who are passionate about the same thing that you are, and they understand the value of what we do in a way that nobody else does. Even the parents we work for who love and appreciate us do not understand the value of what we do to the same degree as another nanny or a newborn care specialist, or maybe even the associated, industries that work with it. Right. So tell us a little bit about what is going to happen, and then we'll talk about what's going to make this one special and different. So is there going to be a live in-person Nannypalooza event for 2021?
There is going to be a live in-person Nannypalooza event. It's going to look a little bit different, but I think that we will be able to creatively solve problems and make it everything that you could want in a Nannypalooza, to the best of our ability. There might not be hugging. There's probably not going to be a lot of hugging. But other than that, I think we'll be good.
I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, "Tough, I'm hugging anyway."
Well, that could happen. Yeah.
It absolutely could. So what's going to make this one particularly special?
Well, so one thing is that in 2020, we had planned a cruise and this a conference because it was our 15th year, and we had to put that off. And we're not ready to cruise yet. Obviously, we'll see what happens with that in the future. But I was ready to come back and do the conference. We didn't get to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Nannypalooza, so we're going to do it this year, and we're going to celebrate everything from birthdays and anniversaries and all the things that we didn't get to celebrate. We're going to try to celebrate together this weekend. So that's kind of our theme. And we are, because of the space constraints on the hotel, we're going to be a little bit smaller this year. I have about 100 spots, and we'll have a waiting list and like all the usual things with Nannypalooza. We can transfer your registration up to a certain point. Like, we'll work with you. We know that life is a lot different now than it was a couple years ago. So we've made some accommodations, like there'll be a little more space in the rooms. We'll be masked. We are working with the hotel to make sure that the food is served safely without without bunching up in crowds. And so, so it's going to be a little bit different. But the exciting things that you can expect is that you're still going to get a lot of quality workshops. So there'll be a couple of options on Friday afternoon. The conference officially will start at Friday afternoon. You can, for a small upcharge, get your CPR recertified, or you could take the INA credential exam if there's enough people that want to do that. Or there'll be 2 workshops offered on Friday afternoon, which normally we don't do. Normally it's sort of like I do crazy fun networking things. But this year I wanted to make sure you got enough workshops, because on Saturday and Sunday you'll only have 2 choices in each time slot instead of 3, due to space constraints in the rooms, making sure that we have adequate space and ventilation. Saturday, you'll have workshops all day, as well as a networking break, and then Sunday workshops in the morning. You're usually done by 12:30 so that you can hop on a plane or drive in your car to get back. Mm-hmm. So if you're planning on coming this year, you're going to want to arrive Thursday night or early Friday to take advantage of that extra time. And then there's the fun parts. So the fun parts are Friday night, we do a welcome reception with a cash bar and some snacks, get to know everybody. And then we're adding something very exciting this year. I wanted us to be able to really spend a lot of time with each other this year, and also not be we won't necessarily have outings like restaurants or the bars or whatever. So we wanted a place where people could congregate and have a good time. And our theme is celebrate, so we wanted to have a party. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday night. We're going to have another cash bar in our private meeting space. We'll have some snacks. There'll be some theming things. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, and I heard this rumor that Newborn Care Solutions is sponsoring the Saturday night celebration party.
I think that is a true rumor. I can confirm it.
Yeah.
So thanks to the generosity of Newborn Care Solutions, we'll be able to do some really fun things. And if you know me, if you know anything about me, you know that I like to think of fun surprises that we can do. So we have some fun surprises already planned, and I keep thinking of more. So you're not going to want to miss Saturday night. You're not going to want to miss any of it, because we haven't seen each other, and it's going to be fun. And there'll be new people that haven't ever been able to come before. There'll be all your favorite friends. We're going to have a lounge space for hanging out. We're going to have amazing workshops. And Tanya, I heard a rumor that you might be coming to talk with us.
I heard that rumor too. I probably could confirm that yeah, I'm going to come teach this year. And we are at Newborn Care Solutions, we're actually developing 2 new courses this year that are directly relevant to the entire nanny community, not just NCS, but nannies, hardcore relevant to them as well. And so I'm going to present a mini version of one of those at Nannypalooza, and I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to develop new curriculum this year, but I'm also excited to be with everybody and to be able to share. And as you know, my passion always has been to empower and uplift and support nannies and newborn care specialists in their professionalism through education. So I'm thrilled to death to get to speak this year.
Well, that's good. You are consistently rated one of our most favorite teachers. So your workshops always are well attended and very highly evaluated. So we're thrilled and very lucky that you're willing to come out. But it'll be fun for you, like autumn in New England, right? It's
Right.
very far from Arizona.
Right, because as you can tell, early summer is already here, and it's only May. But yeah, no, and I love autumn anyway. But autumn in New England is way better than autumn in the desert.
Well, so that brings us to some nuts and bolts. So the weekend is October 8th through the 10th, which is prime season for Hartford, Connecticut. The leaves will be gorgeous. We are at the DoubleTree by the Bradley Airport. Right now the shuttle is not necessarily running from the airport, but we're fairly confident that the shuttle will in fact be running to and from the airport. And if not, it's a short ride. We usually have volunteers who will help get people if you're flying in. The airport's right there. It's just north of Hartford, kind of not very far from the southern Massachusetts border. So it's a beautiful area to be in that time of year. And the weather is, hopefully gorgeous. But even if it's not, we'll be inside having fun.
Right.
So, so again, you're going to want to be there by 12:30 on Friday, ready to hop into the classes. And then the welcome reception's 8:00 Friday night. Saturday we start bright and early at like 7:45 in the morning, with breakfast, lunch, or workshops, lunch, workshops, networking break, and then Sunday from 8 to about 12:30. The hotel cost is $115 or $119 a night. And when you register, you'll get a link to make your hotel reservation at the DoubleTree. That's for 2 beds or 1 king bed. It's you can do either as things are available, and it's $119 a night plus tax, and like the normal whatever. And then unfortunately, because of COVID, the price is a little more expensive this year. There are all kinds of different things, not the least of which is space, that I have to put into place to make sure that we're being safe. And so the price is more than I like. And if any of you know me, and hopefully if you've heard me talk before, price is a super important thing to me. And so I don't do this lightly. And I'm committed to making it more affordable next year. But this year, just with the loop that we're thrown, this is what we have to do. So the early bird registration is $249 for from now until June 25th, which is our regular registration usually from last year. So it's up a little bit more than what I would like. Regular registration is $299 until August 30th, and then it hikes up again if we have space available. But again, we only have space for 100, so they're going to go fast.
Yeah, and I know, Sue, it's always been your passion to keep this as low priced as possible. And part of that is made possible because of all the people that sponsor. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. What I want to do is lead into, you have a sponsor who is a big sponsor this year, and they have consistently been a great sponsor of everything in the nanny industry. Tell us who that is this year.
So those are my friends at Homework Solutions. And so Homework Solutions has been with us since the very beginning, since the first Nannypalooza. They've been the main conference sponsor for probably 7 or 8 years, maybe even longer. I'd have to go back. Every year they don't ask many questions. They mostly just say, here's a bunch of money, do what you do. And they have been fantastic always in giving not just Nannypalooza, but to all kinds of things in the nanny universe. They're a company that really truly gives back. And so when anybody ever asks me what tax company, I always have them check out Homework Solutions first, because they are so generous and truly want good quality education for nannies out there. They're also going to be coming this year and doing a perennial favorite workshop, which is on contracts and taxes. And we're going to talk a little bit about COVID things that you need to add into your contract and the effects for nannies about getting paid legally. You know, now we know we've had firsthand experience about the importance of that this year. So they'll be there. Rachel will be there, and I couldn't be more helpful. But all of my sponsors too. It is companies like Newborn Care Solutions makes it possible. If it weren't for them, the cost would be way more. And even this year, raising prices, it really is hard. But luckily, sponsors have stepped up, and so it's not even more. It could be even more. So I am truly grateful.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, for us, it's an honor to sponsor because we are so dedicated to giving back to the nanny industry. But I think a lot of people don't realize how important all of the sponsors are. It's not one individual that's important. They're all important, and every single sponsor makes it possible for you to keep the price at the price that you do. They don't just take care of the extras. It helps offset the actual cost of the conference.
No, typically the way Nannypalooza is, almost all of your registration money goes to just feeding everybody. And so the food and beverage is always the most expensive part of the conference. People laugh, but I like to be very transparent about it. So if I put coffee out, for example, in the morning, as we might need coffee to keep going, since I make everyone wake up so early, it costs $8 a person for coffee. Now, it doesn't just cost $8 a person. It's $8 a person plus 21% service fee plus 7.5% tax. So that cup of coffee can be astronomically priced. It's how the food and beverage thing works. And we do a lot of things to offset that, but mostly what we do is rely on the generosity of our sponsors who want to make sure that we're, that we're able to have everything we need and to get quality speakers and that we keep the costs as low as possible. So,
yeah, no, that's great. So question for you, and I don't know where you're at with this, so I don't know what the answer is going to be, but if somebody's watching this and they say, hey, I would like to sponsor this.
Whoops, sorry.
That's okay. That's what real life is like, right? So no worry. If somebody's watching this and they say, hey, I have a business, I'd like to sponsor this. Do you still have sponsorships available?
I do. A lot of them, ironically, have already been sold out because we have such a great community of people, but I do have sponsorships available and they're very flexible. So if you want to do that. And the other thing I do have is I do very graciously, companies and nannies themselves often offer scholarship funds for me as well. So if you really want to attend and you don't have the funds, you can go to the Nannypalooza website and email me and let me know. And I will keep you apprised as scholarships are available, if they're available. That's also where you can find information, nannypalooza.com. Click on conference. Conference 2021 has schedule. It has the just all of the information you could want. It has a downloadable brochure that you can give to your employer. It's completely appropriate to ask your employer to offset the costs of professional development, whether it's amazing classes from Tanya online or whether it's a conference like Nannypalooza. It doesn't hurt to ask, and we have a downloadable brochure that you can email to them. The advertising packet if you want to support Nannypalooza that way. The other thing I really want to quick mention is we do have a payment plan. So you can secure your spot for $100 down, and then the remainder is charged to your credit card then on August 19th. But if you want to make payments, you can always sign in and pay little bits every week. So however it works for your budget, we're trying to keep it as accessible as possible to as many people as possible.
Fantastic. And I hear there's a chance that maybe on Saturday night at the big event there might be like prizes or fun things.
Yes, I believe there will be prizes. There will be, if it's going to be a party, we have to have some prizes, and giveaways, and there's going to be some fun, some game playing, some catching up with each other, some, oh my gosh, my employer does this. How am I going to solve this problem? Like, it's such a nice thing. Uh, It's it's hard for some people to think about, especially if you're more introverted, the power of being able to discuss your work with somebody else who gets it. And how amazingly connected Nannypalooza attendees become with each other. It
Mhm.
really is a community, and you'll see, if it's your first time, we work really hard to make you feel welcome and included right from the get-go. But you'll see nannies who are lifelong friends, who don't live anywhere near each other, who are vastly different people, but
Mhm.
they meet every year at the conferences. And so you should give it a try, even if it seems like it's not your bag. You
Mhm.
might have a great time. In
Yeah.
fact, I think you will.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree. Having attended a multitude of industry conferences for 20 years, there's something special about Nannypalooza that no matter how good any other conference are, and there are other ones that are really good, there's something special that no one else captures the way Nannypalooza does. And that's my favorite part.
yeah, I get emotional about it, but it really is because I organize it, but it's not really mine. It
Mhm.
really belongs to everybody. We have so many people who volunteer their time, and sponsors that come every year, and workshop presenters who give of them their time at, like, it just really feels special because it belongs to everyone, because
Mhm.
everybody helps make it that way. And truly, everyone is welcome and included, no matter, what kind of nanny or NCS agency. If you're an agency, you're more than welcome to come. We want everybody to come and have a good time and to learn something. And that's the other advantage that I have, in that I'm a nanny. I'm a nanny with kids that are school age, but I've been a nanny for 20 something years. So I know what kind of workshops you want, because they're the ones I want too. So, I think that, those are the things that kind of make Nannypalooza a little bit different and a little bit special.
Mhm. So if
So,
somebody's sitting out there on the other side of the screen and watching this and thinking, is Nannypalooza right for me? Should I attend? Should they be there, Sue?
yes, give it a try. Um, yeah, I think you'll find that it's great for everybody. From some, just, it's fun, and you'll come away. I, we're very careful. Our theme for many many years was learn it today, use it tomorrow, and I keep that at the forefront of my mind as I book these workshops every year. Even if it's something that you may think that you know a lot about, almost always you'll come away with an idea or something that could change work for you on Monday.
Mhm.
Um, Even if it's just a refreshed attitude towards something, or a different perspective on something that you've read in a book, or an idea from another nanny that you sat next to at the birthday party, and you found those problems, somebody else has lived through them and they shared something with you, and now, so you can really, yeah, give it a
Mhm.
try.
Yeah,
Come on us, this is a
yeah.
great year to do it.
It sure is. And I know, like, I'm not going to give away too much, but the workshop that I'm doing, I am literally this week and next week, of course, online right now, but
Yeah.
attending some cutting edge um, professional medical conferences on this particular topic, and am elbow deep in geek level research in order to bring the absolute right leading edge information on this. And I'm really excited to be able to share this year. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
It's going to be fun, and Tanya's going to be there, and we're going to have amazing speakers, and the newborn care event Saturday night is not to be missed. And I'm so excited to see you all again. I cannot tell you like it's only, it's not even June yet. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I have my hotel reservation. I'm ready to go.
Right. So
Yeah.
tell us, Sue, when is registration open?
Now. Um, so if you go to nannypalooza.com right now, you can read, and you should be able to click the registration button at the bottom of the page. There's a big black button that says register now. And you heard it here first. So
Absolutely. So if you're out there and you're thinking about doing this, grab your spot now. So you said it was $100 to hold your spot, and then you can make payments from there.
exactly, with the balance being due by August 19th. So yeah, and we really couldn't wait to have you come and join us, and it's going to be fun.
Yep, I know. I am looking forward to it. It is on my calendar, both electronic and paper, because I'm old school. I have both. So it's on my calendar already. And I told my husband, because we've got a lot going on in October, I was like, look, I hate, so if anybody who knows me personally, I hate red eye flights. And I said, I may have to fly red eye to make this work, but I'm going to make it work. And he's like, holy cow, you're serious. Because I don't fly red eye.
Well, we'll appreciate it, and I'll make sure that we have expensive coffee for you to drink.
That's right. Because I drink lots of coffee. I know. I told somebody the other day, I was like, look, when we put on stuff, coffee's $80 a gallon.
Yeah.
Plus 40, it's ultimately ends up like 40% on top of that for all the taxes and whatever. It's crazy. But
well, we share that with you guys. I want you to know why it's important that you know this. It's because I want you to know like how this works, because it's your conference too. Like there shouldn't be, it's not to make you feel bad that you're having a coffee. It's just that this is why the price is what it is. I don't want anyone to feel that, especially this year with the increase, that I'm gouging or anything like that. It just is what it is. And so some years we can work around it. This year, just the expenses are going to be more. It's good for you to know in case you ever do a wedding,
Yeah.
Having
been in your shoes for events for our company and having helped plan conferences for INA, I'm well aware of how expensive that back end stuff is. And so the fact that you can do it even at this price is phenomenal. And I love that. So before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to share with our audience about Nannypalooza this year?
I can't think of anything right now. As always, go to the website. If it's not there, you can always find me on social media or email suedowney@nannypalooza.com. I'm happy to answer any questions. We're going to have a good time, but we're also going to be as safe as we can. And we're going to be happy to be together, I think, very much by this fall. So yeah,
I think we are too. I told my husband last night, I said, I've handled being restricted pretty well overall, but a lot of that's because I already work from home. So I didn't have such a radical departure that a lot of people experience. So I didn't have that loss that a lot of people experience, but I've hit my point. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. And so this is one of the things that I'm looking forward to, because it's concrete, it's out there, and it's going to happen. So, Sue, I am so thankful that you could join us tonight on Real Talk. It's always an honor to have you on, but it's a kind of a big honor that we get to help share this news with the whole industry. And we really, really appreciate that you could come on and share it with us and with all of our audience in the nanny community. And man, are we looking forward to seeing everybody in the fall. So thank you, Sue. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Tanya. And thanks again for your support of Nannypalooza. As always, we really appreciate it so much.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure. So if you have any questions around this topic, around Nannypalooza 2021 and what's going on, put them in the feed and tag Sue Downey or tag Newborn Care Solutions, and we'll make sure you get answers, because this is going to be the don't miss event for the fall for the nanny community. And I am looking forward to seeing you all and being there with you to teach also. So I'm excited about it. If you're wanting to rewatch any of our other segments and catch our Real Talk episodes or other content, you can log on to newborncaresolutions.com and click on the education tab. And you can also find all of our Real Talks on YouTube. All you have to do is go to the search function and put in Real Talk Newborn Care Solutions, and they all come up. So thank you for joining us tonight, and have a fantastic evening. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you.
Bye.